This next sequence of videos is all about creating presentations with Google Drive. Now you can create a presentation like Microsoft PowerPoint or Macintosh's Keynotes. It's the same thing except it's online and it's all Google. To create a presentation from the root of your Google Drive, click the red New button, or under the older version of the drive, Create. You'll find it in the top left-hand corner here, and choose Presentation. Confusingly, under the new Google Drive, they've called it Google Slides. Anyway, click on Google Slides or Presentation, and that will take you to this screen here. Now the first thing you have to do is select a theme for your presentation. You're given a lot to choose from right out of the gate, so scroll through them and find the theme that best suits the theme of what you're actually going to give your presentation all about. There's quite a few to choose from. I'm going to choose the Wave theme. I'll click Wave and click the blue OK button, and my presentation gets created. Now this presentation saves right away. You can see up here all changes are saved in the drive, and you can tell me again there that my last edit was seconds ago. So the first thing to do, having created your document, is to give it a title. Otherwise we'll end up with lots of untitled presentations in our Google Drive, which will get really confusing. The same principle applies to any document you're creating within the drive, whether it's spreadsheets, or whether it be Word documents, or whether it be forms, anything you create in there. The first thing you really should do is check or click on this untitled presentation box at the top there. You'll be given the opportunity to give it a new name. Good practice to do that, otherwise you'll get totally confused later on. I'm going to call this Creating a Presentation. And I'm going to click OK. And then that document has now got a title, which hopefully should be able to help me to find it later on. Now this presentation is just saved in the highest level of my drive, which I may not want it to do. If I wanted to go to a particular folder, can you see this move to folder icon again towards the top left hand corner of your screen? If you click on that, it will give you the opportunity to select the folder that you want this particular presentation to go into. I want it to go into my training folder, and I'm going to click on Move, and that means it will now be in my training folder. Again, good practice to create lots of folders and to move your presentations, your forms, your slides, everything that you're going to put onto the drive. Get into the good practice of filing it, because then that will help you sort of keep organized later on. From here on in, it's exactly like PowerPoint. So if you wanted to add a title of the presentation, you could add it in here. If you want to add a subtitle, if that's relevant, you'd add it in here. If you want to add a new slide, you'd click it on there, and then you'd still keep the same theme. There will be a format to the slide which you can alter. You can do that from one of these menus up here. I think it's the edit one. Is it view? Is it slide? Apply layout. There it is there. So if you wanted a different layout in terms of where the title and the body is, whether you want 2 columns, whether you want 1 column, whether you want a caption, title only, a blank one, you could do it in here. In other words, there's some set templates you can adopt should the one that's just given to you be not appropriate for you. And what we will do in the upcoming videos is to show you just what each of these menus will do. However, I think it's fairly obvious to experienced or even moderately experienced users of PowerPoint. Onwards and upwards, see what happens next.